right, everyone, we have Spirit head coach Jonatan Giráldez and goalkeeper and captain Aubrey Kingsbury. We'll start in the room with any questions. Who wants to kick us off? Everybody all set up with the cameras? All right. Who wants to kick us off with questions?
Coach, your first season, your first off season, your first preseason. What did you want to accomplish with the time off in between seasons coming into this year?
I think it's a good starting point. Last season we started just arriving in the middle of the season, so for me a big opportunity because I know right now much more all players, the characters that they have. It's much easier, being honest, even for the players to have a good starting point. And we had a good preseason in general, so for me everything what we were doing during the second part of the last season and also in this beginning, much easier. Try to keep building some things, try to keep speaking the same language in possession, out of possession. I think we did a fantastic preseason, and now the starting season is coming, so I think we are ready.
And we'll go online to Jason.
Hi, Jonah. Hi, Aubrey. Thanks for speaking with us. Jonah, I wanted to start with one that you probably anticipated. I know Trinity and Croy traveled. I know Paige had a knee brace last week. I was wondering if you could fill us in on the details of their statuses and anyone else that might be in or out this week.
Yeah, the only player I can say right now that she's not going to be available is Paige. The rest of the roster you will see it this afternoon, as I always try to do. We have a training session, so I don't want to advance anything. You have to be a little more patient and wait a little bit to know the final roster. But yeah, Paige, as you know, she has a tackle in the first scrimmage that we played in Florida, and she's not going to be available in the next months. It's not a long injury, but we know a few months she will be out. And again, the rest of the roster, you will know it, I think, this afternoon.
Appreciate it. And Aubrey, I did want to ask about, from your perspective, knowing roughly, based on last year, how Orlando likes to approach things, what do you think the Spirit have to do to go in and reverse last year's results and win this game?
Yeah, obviously there hasn't been too much time between last year's final and this Challenge Cup final here. But we're looking forward to the challenge, especially because of how last year ended, and we want to show the team that we are. We know the rest of the league will be watching, and this kind of sets the tone for the upcoming season. We've been focusing on just finishing our chances. Obviously, the last time we played them, we had great possession and really controlled a lot of the game, but fell short when it came to finishing our chances. So we've been looking at just being more clinical in the box, and hopefully we'll see that tomorrow.
Go back in the room.
Thank you.
Yeah, I have two questions, one for each. Aubrey, this game you were mentioning the final from last season. Do you take it like a personal, like a revenge? Para el profe, usted que ha estado en Barcelona en femenino y ya tiene experiencia aquí, ¿cuál ha sido la diferencia que ve a un fútbol español con el fútbol de Estados Unidos?
Yeah, it's personal. I want to win everything, and this is the first trophy. Jonas talked to us a lot about that. We're here to win. He's probably just as or even more competitive than all of us players, and we've created like a really competitive, hungry, humble culture in our club where we want to win every title that's available to us, and that starts tomorrow.
Bueno, intentar resumirlo de la mayor brevedad posible. Ahí hay diferencias, evidentemente. El fútbol, ya no solo el Barça en Europa, el fútbol aquí, sobre todo lo he explicado hace poquito, la sensación es que en el Barça el colectivo está por encima de todas las jugadoras a nivel individual. Cuando hablo intento de explicar que todo el equipo debe hablar el mismo idioma con balón y sin balón, siempre pensando en, independientemente de quién juegue, pues que el equipo sea igual de reconocible. Si tú tienes una alta dependencia en una, dos, tres jugadoras, probablemente si no tienes esas jugadoras qué pasa, ¿no? De qué manera tienes que jugar, de qué manera tienes que afrontar ese partido. Por tanto, mi visión está muy enfocada, muy orientada a todo lo que tiene que ver con que el equipo se reconozca a sí mismo dentro del campo, independientemente de las jugadoras que estén disponibles en el partido. Es uno de mis mayores pensamientos y lo que siempre he incidido en mis últimos años como entrenador, porque creo que por ahí te va a acercar, o sin duda vas a tener muchas más opciones de conseguir cosas que no solo dependiendo de 2-3 jugadoras.
All right, we'll go back online to Jeff.
Thank you both for doing this. Jeff Kassouf. Jonah, I'm wondering, two teams that obviously made the final last year, rosters haven't changed drastically. If anything, maybe both of these rosters have gotten better. How much are you viewing this game as an early test of where things might stand for, the season ahead for two top contenders, and how much is it, first game of the year, it's not part of the regular season, it's a chance to try things out. How are you viewing that balance?
Being honest, I never like to put excuse about players' availability, moment in the season, because in the end we have the same rules. It's for me, as Aubrey said before, it's a good and big opportunity that we have right now to win a title. We only have to play a game, try to be better than them and create more chances and be close to win this title. We know that the game is going to be probably different if we compare with the last final. We have to adjust some things, and we know that all the scrimmages that we've been playing during the preseason help us to prepare this game. But understanding that you are not going to be in your best shape because the season we know is going to be long, but we have time enough until today to prepare in the best possible way. I think in general the team was doing a really good job in the preseason, and right now the only thing that we have to do is prepare the game, as we are doing in the last weeks regarding scrimmage games. And now, as I said you before, a big opportunity to show the team that we want to be. As Aubrey said also about, I think everyone will be watching that game, so we can send a message at the same time. I mean, Washington Spirit is playing a final, but we want to emphasize also the type of team that we want to be from the beginning until the end of the season.
We'll stay online with Ella.
Hi, Jonah and Aubrey. Thanks for chatting with us. As other people have mentioned, these rosters aren't completely different from the last time you two played, but how do you think your team specifically is different than, the team that was playing in November? Obviously, availability-wise will be different, but just mentality-wise, growth-wise.
Yeah, as I told you before, I think the starting point is preseason. We have no excuse. Last season, with a lot of changes, in general, we could say that we did a good job. The players showed an amazing performance during the whole season, getting the second position and then getting also the final, and getting important things in terms of engagement with the supporters, especially at home. And right now, we are other team. We have to start the season with other mood, because we know each other. So for me, it's just not about win or lose. It's the type of team that we want to be from the first day of the preseason, the first training session, all drills, all the competitiveness that we have to live every day between players to try to improve every day. And now we have a good match, a good test to see what is the level that we have right now. And this is about improve. It's about keep going, trying to analyze what we are doing well, what we are doing bad, try to emphasize a lot through video and also in the training session with all drills, and try to end the season in a better position that we are right now, because we know that the potential growth that this team has is amazing, and it's our responsibility on the pitch and off the pitch, try to give our best solutions to the players, because they have the capacity to absorb all of that, and as I told you before, try to improve every day to be the best possible team.
Do we have any more in the room? Oh, brother.
Hi, thank you both for your time. This question's for Aubrey. So you mentioned last season's final, how recently it was. It feels like it was just last week. Is there anything that you or the team took from last season's final into off-season to kind of help you prepare for the season ahead?
Yeah, we were definitely heartbroken, disappointed, really upset with how the season ended for us, especially to finish second in the regular season and then to finish second again in the playoffs. So I think we all left really hungry. We were a young squad. I think we improved so much during the course of the season. But I think that was just kind of a picture of still how much more room we had to grow, and just the need to score and to make the most of our opportunities. I think we played a great game, but again, it doesn't matter if you don't score goals and if you don't, come away with, more than the other team. So I think that's kind of the biggest learning lesson, is just the need to finish out the games, and maybe finish them out a little bit earlier too, after going to overtime in our 2 playoff matches. So I'm looking forward to this year, maybe being more on the front foot and, using our possession a little bit more purposefully, and then also being a bit more clinical when we're on the road, because we had some great games at Audi Field, and then the level dropped off a little bit on the road. So I think, all those things we'll kind of take with us, and we'll see how we go this year.
And I'm not seeing any more hands online. I want to give everyone one last chance if you have any questions online. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jonah and Aubrey.
Thank
We
you.
will see
Thank
tomorrow.
you.